Uh, uh, well, like I said, like we all said before, apparently we're missing one player. I'm going to say this: what happened to Vet this week? Like the Paladin cap, because I made up a story already for Vet's absence.
Mhm.
And it's actually kind of funny. The Paladin Academy is graduating tomorrow, and so they have, I don't know what you call it, a equivalent of a senior cut day. Where you're at, on the where you're at in in your countries.
Senior cut day?
Senior ditch day is what we called it.
Yeah, we call it senior
Yeah.
cut. We call it senior cut day
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
But yeah, there there's the one day. There's the one day a year they pretty much drop their entire paladin, like honor, discipline, all of that.
And party.
Yep, on the condition that they keep it on one bar. So the combination of senior cut day, and I doubt you have something like this called project graduation, where
Yeah.
at least in my school they lock you in the school for the remain for the night after you graduate for a party, booze, and like to admit, some people sneak in the classroom for more than party. You know what I mean?
It's
To
not
make
just drinking and stuff. There's a lot of exchanging of fluids.
Yeah, obviously not booze because it's a school, but that's the entire point. So don't go drinking
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, these
driving,
fruit.
then well, dead.
Yeah, these Capri Suns really taste different.
Yeah. And guess where they're having it this year?
At
M
the
Oh no
M
way!
Emso's
at the
bar.
bar at the port.
Yep. So Vibbs is staying there to make sure that the
Oh
party is
boy.
not going
You're
too
sending militia as well to places.
insanely out of
Uh,
hand. Because
I
remember,
feel like we're gonna get a lot of drunken paladins, and I think there's gonna be a lot of Dublin patrols around that area.
yeah. Because remember after the party, they have to go back to graduate, and they have to stand by their oath now.
oaths.
Yeah. So this is the
So,
last day could be
bas-
free, completely free. Other than
why do I
that,
feel like there's gonna be a Seamus is gonna get a bunch of reports the day after of all the stuff that the fucking local militias. There's like, yeah, we have like 20 drunken and disorderly, 5 assaults, a lot of people just sleeping on benches after they waddled out of the bar.
as long as it doesn't get back to Powder Academy, there is a okay for them.
And no one knows how they got that horse on the roof. We still don't know how.
Well, that's what the minor stuff.
Oh boy.
Basically, drunk tank for the night for the minor stuff.
Yeah.
That.
And that's you are you can continue your business. That's what Web is doing to pretty much most of the session. Hello?
We're here.
Still here.
But yeah, that's
Just
what
getting
Beb is most of this session. Just trying to calm down on Paladins and make sure Enzo isn't overwhelmed.
Steve, well, I'm gonna just put a request. Do you want to help? Permission for me to help, stick with some of the patrols, so that way, just extra manpower.
Keep an eye on things.
All right, now I'll basically doing rounds. Like I'll probably pick like I don't know 3 other guardsmen and basically have them. And we're just gonna do patrols and stuff. Walking around, keeping the peace, all that.
All right. Let's see how many Paladins break the oath to not leave the bar.
Yeah, specifically, I'm gonna be at the the corner of the street to where I could see the bar, but we can overlook other parts of the street. I feel like that bar is just gonna be.
Oh boy, 100 paladins. So,
Oh, oh,
I didn't expect that to be so high.
good thing I have a radio so I can call Sawmill if we need backup.
Yeah. About midnight, a bunch of drunk ballad.
Do we have to bring out the riot gear?
Huh? Yeah,
No,
a bunch of drunk paladins is going around the port.
Oh boy! So basically, we get a call for addition.
Yeah, you basically get a report of, hey, remember those 100 paladins? All right, hold on. I'm gonna radio. What's the call sign for headquarters or for you, Seawall?
I'm Gearman number 1.
Gearman 1. This is Gearman 2.
What is it?
We have approximately from head count 80 paladins leaving the bar. They're all very drunk and heading towards the port.
No, they're going around the city, the new city.
Oh, they're going around the city. No, I thought when you said that time.
Port town. I'll be there as quick as I can, and I will basically rally as much of the militia as available, and we are going to make an emergency run on the train. We'll bring in thunder cycles, steam wagons, just everything we've got available. You know, break out the heavy shields to use as riot shields, all that fun jazz.
Going to bring them in the drunk tank, sir, or try to get as many as I can back to the bar. Or what's the orders?
We'll figure it out when we get there. Just try to keep them away from any of the warehouses that have unstable things.
Copy that. Gearman 2 out.
We're just gonna drive, and we're just gonna rush to the train. And I'm gonna be grabbing.
I am the law. I am Paladin.
I'm grabbing North as well. She might be useful.
I'm gonna order the gearmen that are here or that were on patrol. Basically, start tasking someone and be like, "Listen, I need at least a squad or 2 at some of these warehouses just to make sure they don't fucking break in, please. We don't want anything to happen. The rest of you, please keep an eye out. If they start becoming more rowdy then just fucking have a talk with them. Get them in the drunk tank if you can. We're dealing with 80 drunken paladins.
Well, future paladins. They didn't officially graduate the academy yet, but
80 future paladins. It's gonna be a rough night, guys. Let's hope all of us come back without any major injuries and no destruction of property.
Oh boy. This is something I did not expect, but it's gonna be fun anyway.
Yeah, I'm just tasking a squad or 2, go to some of the warehouses to have the unstable stuff, just to stand guard by the doors, make sure no one fucking breaks in. We don't want anything to happen. Oh no.
No, I'm just I'm rolling. I'll tell you what I rolled in a second.
I don't like that one. I don't like that. I don't like that. Whenever I see a 1, I always have PTSD.
As I said, I'm basically rallying the militia. We're handing out heavy shields, and probably saps, like rubber batons. So they hurt like hell when somebody gets hit by them, but it's not going to kill someone.
Do we even have rubber batons on? Oh yeah, we're on patrol, so we would have it.
Okay, I was playing with that one.
Basically, it's a sap, which I think is a simple weapon. Anyone can use it.
Alright, I was playing with that one ring. The good news is the paladins do not have the weapons. They're still at the bar. The bad news is they're trying to break into warehouses to get weapons.
Oh god, I don't like seeing a 1 when it comes to decisions like this. I don't want to have a full-blown riot of people almost graduating to be paladins.
So yeah, you have a bunch of paladins try like, ooh, shiny, and start drifting toward the warehouses.
No. I'm just gonna have the guards, stand. I'll task more. I'll task a couple more squads to be near the warehouse district. Just make sure they don't fucking break into anything, please.
The fortunate thing is they're reinforced warehouses, so they won't spread in case they do break in and cause problems. But I really don't want to have small explosions to deal with in the morning.
Like, who are you? Who are you to stop me? I'm the paladin. I'm the world police.
Oh God, this is what I don't like. Any Christ, how do I even deal with a bunch of? Basically, we're gonna try to have him not go towards the warehouse district, try to lead him way probably back into the bar. Hopefully,
roll me a check.
Oh, what should I roll?
Obvious not deception. So let me double check.
Oh God, what do I even roll for this to corral a bunch of drunken, about to be paladins into a bar?
Oh boy, roll me diplomacy with disadvantage because, well, they're drunk.
Diplomacy? I don't know.
Well, unless you have something better you could think of. Because you're not trying to deceive them. You don't want to go. You don't want them to go to the bar. You're telling the truth.
Yeah. So, wait, what do you want me to roll?
Diplomacy with disadvantage.
So -5.
I already have a -1 on diplomacy.
You're an assassin. You're not good at talking to people.
D20
-6. Yeah.
I do have another way of persuading them.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
It's not god awful, but
basically, I have a plan. I just need a lot of ingredients for food because drunk people really love food. Might be a way to corral them.
Alright, the best food is Emsel's bar, and obviously a bunch of paladins cleared out of there, so
yeah.
You could go to the kitchen and scrap up what's left.
We need to try to find a big public area where they can all gather so we don't have anything bad going on.
Oh,
Gearman 1, this is Gearman 2.
What is it? We're on the train right now.
Guys, I think I have a plan to corral all the paladins. If you can, try to... Whoever you can call, whatever. I need a lot of supplies.
I've already got as many people as I can on the trains to contain the situation. I don't have resources to do anything else. We're already en route. There's no stopping this. You'll have to use what you have available. Sorry.
Copy. I'm gonna look... how much coin do I have? Let's see. Wait, do I even have any coins? Oh, I do.
Yeah.
What time is it, Ty, right now?
Probably 1 a.m.
So I'm not there's probably not gonna be any places open. Some of the taverns are still open. We could probably requisition.
Well, there's more than one tavern, so if you look around, you can find more taverns.
First, I need to try to find a big area to where I can lure all these paladins. So somewhere big in the city that could contain them in a public area.
Unfortunately, I did draw a city map for this city, but I'll say the best, largest area is It's near the port.
Near the port?
Near the port. It's like
Yeah.
it's like a mini town square, and it doesn't interfere with port business.
No, I don't have any of the equipment on hand. Stuff to cook shit. If I could just distract them long enough for food, then Seawall's guys could get there in time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look to some of the gearmen that are under my command. Basically, I'm gonna give them 100 gold. I'm gonna give 5 of them 100 gold each. I'd be like, just go to any taverns, any places that are still open, and try to buy as much food as you can, and also cooking equipment. Meet me in this location. Try to corral all the paladins there. We're gonna cook them a massive feast, and hopefully that'll distract them.
Yes, sir. And they run up. They go to late night shops. They go to late night shops and taverns and stuff like that, and come up with a bunch of cooking equipment, some chicken, some burgers, some steaks, anything but wine for obvious reasons.
Right. All right. I'm guessing we're at the meeting place. I'm basically going to coordinate. Basically, place the food here, place the equipment here, and basically we're going to start cooking and get as much of these paladins over here as we can. Let them know that there's a massive feast going on over here.
Yes, sure. We're gonna have a little trouble with that. Unfortunately, the so drunk they all have like righteous indignation.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they didn't graduate yet, they're still paladins. They can still do some harm to us if they actually
Let them know
want to fight, even
this
unarmed.
massive feast is being hosted in this area for their graduation. Tell them there's going to be a lot of food here. Enough to stuff all their bellies twice over if you have to.
Yes, sir. And they run out and try to scream and say the word.
I'm going to start cooking as much as I can, basically making it as aromant as possible. All this sweet-smelling food being cooked up.
Oh boy, I don't even know what check you can roll, so I'll just get. Just give me because it's
see how good the food is.
Yeah.
D20 plus my cooking.
I D20 plus 20.
Which is. Come on, don't. Oh!
Oof!
Oh, you start. The smell attracts people from far and well, as far as this town is concerned, and wide, and soon you have, and soon, thanks to Gearman, you have a bunch of drunk, righteous indignation paladins starting to go to near the town port to find out what's that smell.
Okay. Is it all of them or just most of them?
Most of them.
Have any broken into any warehouse? Well, I'm assuming I'm getting here at this point.
Yeah, but I was about to say, yeah, at this point you just arrive.
Okay. Question.
Answer.
Are there any tiefling families that live in this port city?
Yes, there is.
I'm assuming they've got kids?
Yep.
Tieflings too? Okay. Sorry, I'm thinking of doing a false flag.
Well, you're the villain, so.
Well, basically, Golden Jim Pan, what I'm thinking is we make this paladin order look really bad by making it look like several of them, broke into a house and killed an innocent family, thinking they were demons.
I don't know if I have. I just have poison. I can put on my food. That's it. I don't have anything.
No. There's enough of them that are drunk all around. I can get them knocked out easily enough. I'm just thinking, do we do the false flag or just clean up the mess?
It's up to you.
North, what do you think? As we kind of quietly talk in my steam wagon, do we false flag it?
No, the there we go.
just shrugging your shoulders. Because at the end of the day, you're evil too. You don't care. So I'll see if the situation presents itself. I'll go down that road, but for now, I'll start trying to look around. Were these paladins when they arrived? Were they armed?
No, that was what the one is for. It was a two. Let me say this. Yes, they were armed, but they left all their weapons at Emzo's place.
Got it. So their weapons are locked down. Yeah. I'm going to check around the warehouse district because I do know we sell some weapons. Have any of those warehouses been breached?
I'll say a couple of them.
Jeez.
But
yeah, like a couple Gearman squad. I don't know if
But like big like Brock Lesnar type paladins.
Got it. I'll basically have my guys deploy gas masks. So we've got several of these guys. They're already drunk as skunks. They've got weapons. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna see. Do I happen to have any gas on me? Any sedative on me?
Do you?
I mean, I might. It's part of my healing shtick now. The question is, can I somehow make it aerosolized in the field? Would that be like an alchemical check?
Yep.
Okay. Luckily, in the back, I do actually keep a portable masterwork alchemy lab, so that should help out.
I'm literally making them all this food. Just put it in the food.
No. I'm doing something very particular here.
At least let me know what's going on, because I am currently busy in the kitchen.
Wow, the only way you can fail that is you roll the net one. but yeah, 30 is more than enough to
Got it. So I've got a makeshift gas grenade.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. So again, I'll have North helping me with this, plus a couple of gearmen that I know are evil themselves. You know, ones that, especially ones that have bit hard onto my ideology. And we'll, corner these guys. I'm assuming alleyway kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then just chuck the grenade in as wearing gas masks and wait for them to knock out.
Like, who the hell? We are Paladins. We get the riches and the ghost. A couple of.
Okay, so I'll get these guys kind of picked up. We'll take the weapons they have, and there's going to be I'm assuming if I can find one of the houses that's more on the outskirts, we'll do it quickly while they're still in bed and asleep. But we're going to make it look like a massacre in there. Smear blood on the paladins, all that stuff.
Oh damn! Well, obviously,
yeah, and they're gonna wake up.
You can find a house in the outskirts just before going to just outside the port, but before going to just outside the port.
Yeah. So, and it's a tiefling family. My guy's very accepting of all races. He has no problem with any of them as long as they don't cause trouble for him. So, but tieflings do tend to get a bad rap, and an overzealous paladin might assume they're demon spawn, because they technically are, but So, as I said, do I need to roll anything to stage the scene?
Definitely deception to see if anything other than your authorities would let's just say this: the paladins will the sergeant will come over to see if they're
21.
Yeah, you could actually with the stage set right. You can actually you believe you could fool them enough for that they say, "Okay, you guys did it.
Yeah.
This is what your punishment is."
Oh yeah. Basically, yeah. And the thing is, these guys are waking up in these people in this house. Obviously, we'll break the door after everyone's dead, technically. And again, we're making it look like a bloodbath in there. Fortunately, I'm an expert in anatomy, so I can make it look really, really convincing.
Meanwhile,
yep. Then, as I said, my guys will be out there helping out, and then eventually I'll rejoin them after we get ourselves cleaned up.
So,
meanwhile, the fruit is actually going over like a hit.
I'm just working, like ordering gearmen who even have a little bit of cooking prowess. Be like, start putting more seasonings. We need more wood for the fire. Just run around helping.
Yeah.
Some people said this might be the greatest Paladin cut day in history.
Yep. And I'm about to end that tradition for good.
That's going to be a lot. Oh, that's going to be a lot of convincing the higher ups. Because while they don't condone it, they have
participated. Innocent family?
No, they have participated in it before, so they can't exactly say, "Hey, we can't say no," but then we look like the ones ourselves.
Oh yeah. But they're definitely gonna start putting more restrictions on it.
Wow, that's an interesting side adventure.
Yeah, a little side adventure that ended up with a false flag murder.
And me making an impromptu massive feast just to make sure there wasn't riots in the city.
I'll show up at that, leading some of the other paladins to the leading other paladins to the that kind of wandered away. Ones that I'm assuming aren't armed just kind of got a little wandering, and we just kind of just go this way, get them some food so they can sleep it off. And we'll let the screaming "there's been a murder" happen naturally.
All right. The next morning, around about 9-10 o'clock, you see a bunch of drunk, like puking up paladins waking up. Like, ooh, what happened? Like, oh shit, we're out of the bar. Shit.
Yeah.
Like, murder! Wait, murder? What kind of murder is it?
So at that point, some of the gearmen, including myself, start going to the area. Obviously we see one of the outskirt little houses, door busted opened, and smell of blood, stuff like that.
I'll probably also come to one because Jesus Christ, my character's probably just hopped up on coffee after that. I don't even know if there's coffee in this world, but god damn it.
I'm sure I think coffee does actually exist in this system. It's just more of an exotic good. Though I would presume at this point we're probably having that good through our ports.
Like, Emso just looks at you and just hands you a cup of coffee because she's drinking it herself. Because remember, while all you are doing all of this, Emso has to keep the rest of the 20 paladins still in her bar.
Yeah.
So she's almost like knocked out herself.
Thank you, Enzo. And as I imagine I'm just heading over there to help Seymour. He's just running while I'm just drinking this coffee.
Yeah. So obviously, then we see the door opened. Gearmen start going in, securing the scene. Obviously, a dead family.
Like
paladins with bloody weapons, or soon to be paladins with bloody weapons.
How did we?
Yep. Pretty like rifle butts to the face. On the fucking ground, you murderers! On the ground!
We didn't do anything!
Get on the ground! Stop resisting!
But
and they're being manhandled.
Like,
basically using the righteous indignation of the gearmen because hey, someone might know these people, or at least know the type. You know, a family that was pushed out of everywhere, finally found a place to settle where they're being accepted, and then murdered by outsiders. You know,
Like,
it's a great story.
That's not good.
They're getting manacled. They're getting dragged out.
Meanwhile, the rest of the pals, like, one of us has to go back and tell the sergeant and Sister Hard Dewey.
Yeah.
They're now trying to play Rochambeau. They're now trying to play the largest game of rock paper scissors for the 5 seconds they have to go on the boat and tell their sergeant and the sister.
Yeah. Well, at this point, as I said, these guys are being dragged. These guys are being put into the back of steam wagons under heavy guard, and they're going to be transported to the main city, where we have better containment. The bloody weapons are carefully brought out, and as I said, again, it looks real bad. And since we're pre-forensics, not much can really be done.
Walk up this seawall. Like, I heard about what happened. What do you want us to do with the rest of the Paladins? Apparently they're having some type of game going on in the massive square. Apparently, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I don't want them. I don't want them in this port. Put them back on their ship.
Roger that. I'll instruct. How much gearmen do we have available?
Probably most of them, since I activated as many as I could from the main city.
All right. If you allow me to take at least a good sum of them, I'll make sure these guys are put onto their boats, and they are not even allowed to retrieve their weapons. We will give it to them.
We will return their weapons when they're leaving.
All right.
So,
yes, sir.
Basically, they're confined to the ship. They are not allowed off the ship. Anyway.
Yep, I'm basically going to get a good sum of the gearman force that Seawall has, bring them with me, and basically start issuing the Paladins orders to get on their boat, and they are not allowed to leave. They are basically under house arrest, but it's boat arrest.
Yeah.
But we still need another boat to tell our leader because of what happened.
Get on the boat.
And then they hear in unison several of the gearmen just load their rifles.
This is your last warning. Get back on your boat, or there will be consequences.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have the Paladin's healing magic yet. Let's just follow the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, put them under heavy guard. As soon as all of them are on the boat, basically order gearmen to not surround the boat, but basically stand out there to where the Paladins will see them, and basically some of them will be in formation watching that boat. If any of them, and basically give the order, if any of them step off the boat at all, they are to be detained and arrested immediately.
Yeah. We are pissed. I'm going to use my bluff to start basically getting the townsfolk angered up on all this. 31,
what
Jesus
the
Christ!
Fuck? Not
yeah.
Like,
I'm presuming that basically the gearmen now are having to keep people away from burning the boat down.
Yeah, basically ordering a wide fucking half circle.
That was the most sweetest family in the world, and you killed them?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Are you supposed to be protecting us? What? Like, you know what? These people aren't suited to be paladins. Let's burn them alive, and then send a letter to Sister Heart, explain the situation.
Yeah, the town's fucking pissed.
Yeah,
and I'm assuming now there are plenty of witnesses saying, "Oh yes, I saw these paladins walk into that house. I swear it."
What? I imagine instead of just having the gearmen standing at the boat at attention, staring at them, they now have their backs turned. They're more worried about the crowd going onto the ship and killing every last paladin.
Can we at least get our weapons back?
No,
and then they see the angry fucking mob.
No. Even before we graduate, we swore we wouldn't kill any. God damn it! All those people think. I'm no longer
keeping the Paladins down. I'm making sure they don't get killed by all the mass crowd that's here.
Yeah. Yeah, basically that's also a great way to show a good contrast between the Paladins and the Gearmen. The Gearmen, put them on the boats, but are now protecting them from, what is perceived to be their own actions.
Yeah, I'm basically just walking around, giving orders to Gearmen, basically, we're standing around here, or need a little bit more men here. I'm still having multiple men watching the boat for any Paladin to step off to try me.
Yeah, what was it? I think I actually have this. I can easily prepare it. Yes, I actually do have the Charm Person spell. So yeah.
Oh no.
Well, I might be using it on them to convince them that they actually did this.
All right, roll it.
How would you want the weapons to be? Would you like their weapons to be transferred yet, or still keep them in our custody?
For now, let's keep them contained. Let's not make much movement. Okay. Spell does not enable you to control the person. It perceives your words and actions in the most favorable way. Duration 1 hour per level. Will negates. So he's going to need to roll a will save. And I don't know if he's got any weakness since he's in the middle of a hangover. We'll probably,
if he rolls a will save, it'd be like a disadvantage.
Yeah, go ahead and have him roll his will save at disadvantage then, because again, he's being screamed at by various gearmen on hours on end. They're being kept awake. He's got a horrible hangover. We're not giving him food. We're giving him water, but we're not giving him food. So we're using various tactics to make damn sure he.
I'm going to use a pally foot soldier.
So.
Thing just minus. Oh, didn't actually finish it up yet. Okay, so probably should sooner or later.
Yeah, and my DC is a 15, so.
Yeah, the disadvantage is just going to be straight D20 roll.
What was that, Ty?
I said, but the disadvantage is going to be a straight D20 roll.
Yeah, so. Yep.
And apparently,
I've
got
two of them, so.
Say again?
And I'm doing this I'm focusing on the main leader. So. Good thing I got 2 of these. I have to roll again, Ty.
Oh, okay. 1 second.
Since I'm using my second spell.
That one didn't go out too well for the Paladin.
Basically, how long before he... okay, so I've got Charm Person, and I'm assuming I now got to roll a bluff check to convince him that he did this.
Yeah.
Uh, 18.
With the disadvantage, that definitely is the magic number.
The spell does not enable you to control a Charm Person if it's an automaton, but it perceives your words and actions in the most favorable way. You can try to give the subject orders. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to convince him. Would an 18 be enough under the Charm Person effect for him to be convinced?
Yeah, under Charm Person hangover, that's definitely enough.
Got it. So he's now starting to form false memories of doing this horrible thing based on my prodding and describing of the scene.
Like, what did I do? I remember getting drunk with my boys. There was this very, very cute bartender.
Yeah.
And I remember going out to the city. It's foggy. I think I said something like, I want to sweep that bartender off her feet, and then... Oh, God.
You broke into a warehouse, you stole weapons, and then you killed an innocent family because you thought they were demons!
I didn't mean
The little girl was 8 years old! She just started school! She had her whole life ahead of her!
I didn't know. We didn't know.
And obviously I'm recording all of this with one of my devices so we can play it back later.
Like, we didn't know. Me and my friends just broke in. Like, we thought the towns would be played by demons. We thought we'd go back and get accommodation.
You killed an innocent family. Yes, they're tieflings. They don't look normal. And yes, they're technically descended from them, but they were a good family.
Oh, God. What have I done? What have I done?
Yep, so
Oh,
I'm taking all those recordings.
no.
So I'll just go. I'm just gonna kind of pick up my little recording device.
Oh, God, the sergeant.
Yeah.
Once the sergeant finds out, he's going to ship me straight to that prison island. All of us.
Yeah.
There's a fate worse than death.
I'm gonna basically pick up the little recorder once once he's done, and then just turn it off and then leave the room, closing it behind me. Obviously, making sure that it only recorded after I had the successful spell cast on him.
Okay.
Yep,
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some food real quick. I'll be right back.
No problem.
Talk amongst yourselves.
So
Because while the sergeant isn't on, while someone doesn't send for the sergeant, then the fact that the graduation time came and passed by then, the sergeant's on his way here to find out what the fuck's going on with his graduates. I'll be right back.
No problem.
Yeah, so I'm just basically going to keep it a tight on security, keeping those paladins in that fucking boat. They're not even going to give their weapons. They're going to be kept in custody.
Well, the thing is, they can leave on their boat. It's just we're not going to try to march weapons across an angry mob.
Yeah, I don't want any of the gearmen or fellow citizens to have any, especially the citizens, to have any harebrained ideas and try to grab a weapon and charge. So I don't want that, because if then one person does that, then another person, and then guess what? I now have to deal with a fucking riot on my hand.
So we don't want riots.
I think you worked a little too well on that, Seawall. A little too well. At least I was able to keep them all in one place.
Yeah.
God damn it. So yeah, I'm set back at 500 gold, but I don't fucking care. That was just to help us out.
Yeah. So obviously we'll make sure to have. We'll also, before the paladin gets there, we'll have a funeral for the family. Have their bodies cremated, so they cannot easily be brought back. So.
Yes, and the good number of the gearmen are also paying respect.
Oh yeah, of course.
Probably knew the family, or probably had pass by every now and then.
My character will obviously show up at the funeral. And again, in his own head, sacrifices must be made for the future. Using this, we can make fewer people want to join the Paladins and join other organizations instead, like ours.
You see, I was kind of hoping, Seawall, that in the midst of it, all those paladins were in the middle of this field, and you had your gearmen surrounding them slowly. I mean, what would say some of them turned hostile in that field or in that square, and all of a sudden, all the gearmen had to act in self-defense. They fired into that mass group of paladins that were drunk, have no idea what's going on.
No. There are better ways of dealing with this. I've convinced the guy that he did this. He's fabricating his own memories to fill in the gaps. Because he honestly believes it himself. I pulled an Inception.
I know, that's really good. I'm probably talking with Julia at the bar scene, like, hey, do you have any more coffee?
I'm sure I can get some more. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck, I may have to build that in my own kitchen. My own personal coffee place. I can brew my own coffee. God damn it, coffee is life now.
Yeah.
We thought, oh, all these paladins are gonna go drink, and then you just get a call from me. It's like, yeah, those like 100 paladins in the bar? Yeah. We did a rough head count. Just about 80 of them are leaving the bar. What? Yeah, we need backup. And how big? They said. Didn't Ty say they were like Brock Lesnar size dudes?
Rock Lobster, yeah.
Brock Lobster.
That's the nickname for him.
Nice. Mr. Jim Pan, what you reading over there? I see you reading over there. Oh my god. I forgot they made a manga about Trump. God fucking damn it.
I brought this up. This.
Oh god.
I found. Yes.
I wonder when that manga was published or whatever. It always seems weird with Japan's fascination with American culture.
I mean, it's just one of those interesting things. It's just how it works. So,
What even ship did they get brought on? I'm guessing it was like a ship that would transport 100, or it was basically a transport ship.
yeah,
I'm guessing.
with plenty of people, and again, they've missed their deadline, so he's coming. That guy's coming. And and the thing is, I got a recording of him basically admitting to it.
I'm guessing as soon as probably the Paladin, Sergeant, whatever comes by, there's still going to be a lot of angry people, so we may have to escort him to this area.
Yeah, we're going to have to, so. Yeah.
I can't really... I mean, I took a good... I wouldn't say a good majority, but a good number of the gearmen that you brought to make sure people don't burn down this fucking boat. Well, what do we have, like 200 gearmen at the moment?
A couple hundred guys, yeah.
So hopefully, I probably like have 100 near the docks, just making sure nothing happens. I just love that image Ty put of just like asking the paladins to leave and like they were almost hesitant, and then all of a sudden, as soon as we loaded our rifles, then they knew.
Yeah. Yeah, we were not having it.
Fucking hell, that's... Well, if you ever wanted the citizens to dislike the paladins, not trust them, there you go, Seawall. I think we're going to be having a nice, good number of recruits. Which means more people I get to train. At least the town didn't get damaged a lot.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad that through the experience of my father being drunk before, the only way to appease him is by food. AKA, he will tell me to go get Taco Bell at 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
Seriously, before I moved out, and when I had my car, my dad's like, "Can you go to Taco Bell and give me like a 12-pack of tacos?" It was either that, a Crunchwrap Supreme, Nacho Bell Grande. It was always random, but he always asked for the one thing: a Baja Blast Freezy. Which I might actually get. Oh no, it's Sunday. I was gonna go get something. I was probably actually gonna go get Taco Bell before I came home from work, but it's a Sunday, and they probably close early.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah. So
We're just Yeah, we're discussing when the sergeant gets here, he's going to have to be probably militarily escorted by the gearmen, because if the people even see a paladin now, they're probably going to form a mob.
Yeah.
All right. Well, obviously, because of emergency, they go up on boat, and you see a tough as nails, like mean lady walk out, and following her, of course, it's your lovely sister Heart.
Good.
I'm going to basically report to Seawall that we believe the sergeant has arrived. I'll make contact first and let her know what's going on. You want her to stay here until you come in?
Yeah, it's best if I escort them through. I'll be down there in a little bit.
All right, I'll meet them first. Be like, good afternoon, and unfortunately, these types of circumstances. Who are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I am.
Basically, I'm also gonna bring like 2 gearmen to follow me, just basically stand left to right from me.
I am Sergeant Winchester of the Paladin Order. I believe some of my graduates was going here today, but they never came back for graduation. What's going on?
Well, unfortunately, Sergeant, some of your recruits have murdered a family in cold blood. A tiefling family, no less.
Wait, what?
You could.
Where are they? What's the rest of the order, by the way?
They're on that boat. I'm just going to point to the boat. They have been ordered to go onto that boat. They are not allowed to go off that boat, or we would have arrested them. And right now, I'm more contained in the crowd, and I'm just going to point out towards the massive crowd. All these people want to have a piece of your paladins. I'm doing whatever I can to hold them. It's much safer for them on the boat, ma'am.
And that sergeant, paladin sergeant, will basically see men with kind of unusual muskets, basically trying to keep people back when they get out of line. Try to push them back to keep the scene secure.
I will not question why you have fire. I will not question why civilians have firearms, but thank you anyway.
You're welcome. But for now, Sergeant, you would have to wait here. Someone higher up, he will be able to talk to you. He's on his way over here. You are going to be escorted to the crime scene and probably also to the men who committed the crimes. Because right now, if you would go with just him with no escort, it probably would be bad, Sergeant. So for now, I would ask you to politely just wait here until he gets here, and he'll escort you there. But for now, if you excuse me, I gotta go make sure a crowd doesn't go out of line.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And you actually get lucky because see the sister there, the crowd slowly starts to calm down. Like, okay, Sister Heart is here.
Yeah.
She could help. Justice has slowly being served again.
Yeah.
Basically bring up the info that the sergeant is here, also with the sister.
Yep. I'll come down, and my character just has this just dour look. He does not look happy.
I'm gonna basically give you the situation you all we'll give you a salute beforehand, and then point towards the sergeant.
So I'll walk over to the sergeant, and the sergeant will see basically my character, half elf wearing kind of an unusual overcoat. Slung over his back is kind of looks like an upgraded version of the same weird musket-like things the other guys have, along with pocket. He's got a little pocket watch, some like thick leather gloves. He's kind of and he's using like this large wrench-like thing, like a cane, as he's walking up. And again, he does not look happy.
Hello.
Greetings. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances.
I do too. So what's this about my paladins killing an innocent family?
Well, 80 of them broke out of the bar during that night. I got a call to come down that they were moving around. My associate over there was able to, with what forces he had, partially secure the city and tried to corral them into a kind of an open square area with food. But several of them broke into a warehouse with weapons in it. Took those weapons and went to a house. On the outskirts of the city, and well, they just noticed there were tieflings inside, kicked the door down, and killed them all. Yeah. So.
You see the sister like doing like that pet by like can I at least pay respect to the families? While the sergeant was furious. Like, let's just say this. Now you're going to have to protect the ship for the sergeant. Remember, she's fully armed and she can kill all the junior paladins.
Yeah. So, and I'll say they've already been cremated they've already been cremated. Their ashes scattered to the seas. The house is still contained. It's not a pretty sight, to say the least. And the suspects, they are contained in the castle in the main city.
I'm not going to have you roll a bluff because there's too many eyewitnesses for the paladins to just walk around the city. So yeah, that's pretty much a freebie.
Yeah. Then
so let me get this straight. They were drunk, walking around the city, and some of them took weapons and killed the people, right?
Mm-hmm. I have recorded confession during interrogation of the ringleader.
Let me hear it.
I'll basically pull out this little device and put a little metal disc into it, and I'll just start playing it. Again, as I said, I've kind of set it up in such a way that it seems that it's starting interview and then basically all that stuff, and it's as clean as I can make it. And it's a recording of him going, "Oh God, what did we do?" Basically admitting to it.
After a few minutes, you almost see like righteous fury and rage from her.
We plan on putting them on trial in the city.
I'll be there.
Where they'll be
just note that if they're found guilty, they'll be shipped straight to.
No. They killed our people. We're gonna deal with it. They're facing the gallows.
It's Silversmith. It's the prison island worse than death. But if you want to deal with them, we'll still me and not Ambrose. Me and some of the higher ranks from the Paladin Academy will be there.
I can't stop you from being in the gallery, or if you wish, provide them with legal representation.
Oh no, they're on their own. They're not Paladins yet.
So, well, obviously, I'll lead the Paladin Sergeant through the crowd. They'll have an escort of gearmen to make sure no one tries to mess with them. And then we'll take them to the crime scene, assuming they even want to go there.
Yeah.
And again, fucking gruesome.
Like.
Dried blood.
My God.
Yeah. Yep. Then what was it?
And sister prays off the crime scene, like, may this family rest in peace.
We hope so as well. And then then we'll lead them. Then we'll take the train to the main city so that they can see the Paladins. They're in a couple of cells in the dungeons. The public area that's not hidden.
Like,
And,
sister, take my sword and shield.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Let's just say this.
Mm-hmm.
She almost beats them down to the point where she almost lost her paladin powers. That's how furious she is.
Oh, I do not let her into the cell. I do not let her into that cell, period. She can talk to them through the bars.
Like, do you have any idea what you're in for? You're lucky these bars are holding me back. Or I'm going to just sit like, Sergeant, please, you still paladin yourself. Yeah, but it's not the first time I got stripped of my powers for justice, and it won't be the last if I ever get my hands on you. I trained you all myself, and you do this to me? I'm not exactly a fan of Paladin Cut Day, but you're the reason why. Normally, Silversmith is the next destination. The home of Lord Winston, and you see how he treats criminals. However, these people want to do justice themselves. And since you're not paladin yet, I have no choice but to allow it. But if I ever see you on the streets, be warned that family will get their honor restored.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my unpaladin-like behavior.
I'll put a hand on her shoulder. It's fine. What happened was unacceptable.
As for the wretched, she says it's like as for the wretched graduates, destroy their paperwork. They're starting from day one all over again. There'll be no paladin graduating class at this moment in time.
So,
as the sister hands her back his weapons.
We'll make sure that he's put up comfortably if he wants to stay, since the trial will probably happen in the next couple of days.
He is. She is. Yeah.
Yep.
She's gonna stay in Emso. Once Emso finally cleans up her bar, she's gonna stay in Emso's royal suite.
Okay, so question is, does anyone volunteer to represent? Okay, first question: are these guys even gonna plead not guilty?
Probably not.
Got it. So it's basically a formality. Don't even need a jury. So, got it. So then they'll just face a judge, probably a respected member of this community.
Ty, is the Paladin transport ship that has all the now rank or day one recruits now? Did that boat already leave, or is it still in port?
Stay on there. Waiting for the start of the boat.
Yeah.
How is the crowd finally subsiding?
Yeah. The sister when the sister arrived, she calmed the crowd almost instantly.
Yeah.
All right. We'll keep about 75 because I brought 100 gearmen, so we'll keep 75 of them. Basically, keep watch. Take shifts for patrolling around. Basically, showing our presence that we're still going to be here, and that if they try to even get off the ship whatsoever, they are going to be arrested. I'm just gonna send situation, tell Seawall what's going on, basically saying 75.
Yeah.
Gearmen, all that.
Oh yeah. So, For now, what I'll do is obviously we'll set up a day. They'll get their sentence, and we'll set up the gallows. How many guys were involved in the end? 5, 6?
I say 6 men and women.
Yeah, got it. So what we'll do is in their last meal, we'll slip a slow acting paralytic into it. So, and then we'll also so that, because again, we're gonna fake their deaths.
Hold on. Do you want the meal to be made by me?
Yeah, you can make the meal for them. So we're faking their deaths because hey, they more test subjects.
All right, let's see how their meal is.
Excellent.
That's their last meal.
And I'll roll the alchemy to make the paralytic to make sure it's timed pretty well. Which I'm using my full lab, so 38. So hooray! I think we got a good release paralytic for them, so that while they're on the gallows, they'll lock up, so that we can make it look like they're dead. As I'll be the attending physician, of course.
Of course.
Yeah. So.
I imagine there's a lot of people showing up for this execution.
Oh yeah. Yep. So.
Like, sir.
I'll obviously rant on the gallows to make sure that it has plenty of time talking about how the horribleness of this crime, how it should never happen again. That we must progress, blah 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 blah, all that stuff. Kind of use it as a moment to continue pushing my ideology. Then executioner pulls the lever and they what was it, drop, but what the crowd doesn't see is the hidden harnesses and hooks.
Right.
They'll be left there for a little bit. Then I'll have them all checked and declare them all dead.
Like, and justice has been done.
Yep. We'll take their bodies off and say they'll be cremated. And next thing these people know, they wake up in cells underground.
Like, wait, where am I? Okay, before that, you actually see the sergeant and sister.
Mm-hmm.
Sister Heart staying for one more night to pray for all the families and comfort them. The sergeant walked back to the board, yelled at the Paladins for like straight up 2 straight hours of yelling, forcing them to do push-ups, sit-ups, run around the deck in 10 miles. Pretty much grinding to the extreme. And the crowd actually sees this, and some of them starts to laugh. Well, weren't you laugh when you see like Paladins you once trusted being cycled to hell and back?
I'm trying to imagine some of the gearmen are also snickering as their information too as they're seeing this.
Yeah.
We still gotta keep some of a presence, but I just imagine some of them are just sneakering. Maybe some of them are just looking away. It's like, oh look, a pretty butterfly or something.
Yeah.
Some there are kicked off permanently because, she says like if you pass out, you are no longer a paladin. You'll be kicked out the academy directly.
Yeah.
And some there are kicked out.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, the rest of the paladins set sail back to the island to restart training.
Good.
We're about 4 or 5 of them now, pretty much homeless and walking to the city and walking around the island.
Trying to find work somewhere.
Yeah.
I'll make sure they can find some more manual labor jobs, and we'll convert these guys into something better given time. Because everyone loves a redemption story.
Right.
So I'll make.
And obviously, the sergeant has a couple of her ensigns grab all the weapons.
Yeah, we'll make sure it's turned over properly.
Yeah.
So yeah, and as I said, the leader of the Paladins, wakes up in a cell underground.
Wait, where am I? I'm supposed to be dead.
Sitting across on the other side of the bars is me wearing my Gearman 1 get up with gas mask.
Like, what's going on? Aren't we supposed to be dead?
Yes, or at least that's what the world thinks.
What do you mean that's what the world thinks? Last time I ate a fantastic meal. I had ropes going around my neck, and then
I just hold out a little vial. I call it a paralytic. Very effective.
paralytic.
Paralyzes someone temporarily. Takes time to work. Usually, I'm trying to make it a bit better for surgery, but
So why am I alive? Obviously, this is hell.
Oh, this is a very different kind of hell. I need test subjects.
Test sub. Wait,
Oh, and
wait.
and
Am I?
and
Wait.
and food for and food for a couple other guests that I have. The weaker of your brother that may not be of much value, I'll be feeding to a succubus.
Wait, test subjects. And this is not silversmith. I don't feel the heat coming off of me.
No, you're actually still in Springwood, under the castle.
Like, wait a second. Are you sure you're not part of Lord Winston's men? I mean, he's the only one that well, that's the reason why he had this prison island in the first place for test subjects.
I consider myself more of a competitor, an up and comer.
And right now, you actually see some fear in the palace. So like, oh God, what are you gonna do to me?
Well, sure as hell not what happened to that family.
Didn't I murder that family?
No, you were passed out during the whole thing. Sacrifices must be made for progress, of course.
But,
you're just another sacrifice.
Sacrifice?
In the literal, not metaphorical sense. And no, we're not doing anything with magic where you're selling your soul. No, I need to find out how certain technologies work. I need somebody to test various chemicals on.
You set us up.
Yes. Sacrifices must be made to further progress.
Like, he almost says like I've been an undead warrior right now. Wait, what are you gonna do to me?
I mean, whatever I need to. Right now, I don't have any exact experiments, but you'll just be added into the lineup. At some point, I'll find some work for you. Maybe some anatomy experiments. So I've got some ideas for making synthetic limbs, and I need somebody to test them on. Haven't quite cracked it yet, so enjoy your stay. As I get up and start walking away.
Like, we've been set up. We've been set up. Who runs this town anyway? Who are you?
Just someone that believes in progress. and is willing to do what is necessary to make sure that progress comes.
And obviously,
of those 6 paladins, are any of them? Which one's the runt of the litter?
tiny girl, like barely 5 foot tall,
Mm-hmm.
100 pounds, but insane magic potential.
She's too valuable as a test subject. Let's see.
Next one's like a dude, 5'4", but pretty much
Seawolf.
Yes.
stock and more muscles.
Join to watch this.
This is just a meet and greet for them. That one, I'm gonna have that one taken, and he's a treat. He's a treat for the youngest of the 3 succubus sisters.
Oh no!
So we're shoving him into that cell.
All right, wait, what? Ooh, pretty. Yeah.
Yeah. That's her treat. Remember, the other 2 sisters are still on a starvation diet, barely kept alive.
Let's just say his last day on Earth is very pleasant.
Yeah. And we'll have his body burned.
So technically, you have a paladin who's very magical potential, but obviously didn't get her paladin powers yet.
Yep.
The leader, and I guess you have 3 more. That's just sitting there.
As I said, we'll find use for them.
So this is the end of our side adventure.
Yep.
Oh
yeah. It's an evil campaign. What do you expect? I can't. I don't have. Look, we don't have war.
I know. I just didn't expect the dice to say, "Hey, paladins, break out the bar and start causing chaos."
Yeah, I mean, now I'm gonna. I'll. What's the saying? Damning with faint praise.
Yeah.
My next article will be kind of my next leaflet. I'm gonna do the philosophy check now. Do I get any advantage for all of this hubbub?
Directly in town, yeah. Actually, yeah, because obviously, since they're paladins,
yeah,
it spreads around the world and what happened.
+5. Yeah, so +5.
So yeah, you get an advantage.
Okay, got it. As I said, I'm going to be very careful with my wording, in that somebody who likes the paladins sees me as like I'm just being critical of them, but somebody who may be neutral or disliking them may go, maybe the paladins aren't the right answer. That's kind of what I'm going for. 21. Damn it. Why do I seem to roll low with these checks?
You pretty much convince people who
I'm going to use my hero point to re-roll that into a second draft.
But you can't switch people over. But you can't just convince.
No, I'm going to use my hero point to re-roll that.
All right.
There we go.
What the fuck?
First draft. This is a little weak. Bring on the recruits.
I was also gonna do. Fuck. I might as well do my session of training the men how to shoot. So let me do that real quick.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So what was it? It was your. I think it was gunslinger level. Was there anything else added to it?
I think gunslinger plus. Now let me scroll up. I can find it probably.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a 10, so I think it's just a base 10. Well, I have a 6, and I'm guessing it's a +4.
Yeah.
So 10, right, Ty?
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
that's
Yeah,
much better.
All right, you see. All right, everyone's shooting a little bit. You see a couple of potential snipers in the mist.
Mm-hmm.
And next is polearm training. So we'll have some of the former heroes. So what will that be? D20 plus what? 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're still like in the middle of the road, but
Yep.
they could take down most civilians.
Yep. I'm just gonna keep a mental note on some of the more notable recruits that have shown to be more accurate, almost sniper-like.
Oh, also, I'll probably sit with the sister again, working on corrupting her. Starting to plant seeds of doubt in her head about maybe this.
Be right back, gentlemen.
Maybe being around this Paladin order isn't the best. Maybe she should really push for getting the mission set up here, where we're making leaps and bounds in medical science, things like that. So is that a bluff or diplomacy?
Given what quote unquote happened, I'll say more of a diplomacy.
Any advantage?
No, normal. No advantage or disadvantage.
23.
I did speak to Sister Celia, and we agreed that maybe we should set up a mission here.
Mm-hmm.
It'll take some time with building it and praising it and stuff like that. But yeah, this probably is a good idea given what happened.
Of course, a hand on top of hers on the table, kind of thing. Again, turning the charm up to 11.
She blushes.
Yeah. So.
Unfortunately, this might be not the last time you'll see me. I'll have to help build the mission until it's completed. Then we'll have to find a worthy sister to run it. So now for the recruits. You actually get the recruits from both Rose City, and what's called the Black. And you see some former people called some people that's notoriously known as the Black Guardsmen, as in silversmiths, as in the silversmith.
Wait, they're leaving
the Silversmith Island prison city.
So they're leaving the island to join us instead?
Let's just say some of them are very all of them are very questionable about Winston's methods, but was pretty much they pretty much just mean like, oh yeah, Lord Winston experiments on what you call it, like prisoners like all the time.
Yeah.
From alchemy experiments to from undead. Pretty much that's pretty much why his town is most safest of them all. She's pretty much turning former criminals into undead guardsmen. Obviously, we're not undead, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, they see the writing on the wall. Eventually, they're going to be turned into that too, more than likely. So
Tip. She's not going to attack innocent civilians. These people are just,
got it.
4 or 5
they'll be rolled into the militia, and we'll have them retrained up as gunslingers. Unless some of them are fairly intelligent, then we'll fast track them through either the Steam program, the Steam Engineer program, or or if they want, Steam Wagon, Steam Courier, or a Thunder Cyclist.
I'm back. What did I miss?
Okay. Nothing much. Just we're starting to get since my reroll was a 20 plus 18 to 38. We're getting a lot of people, so we're starting to drag in. Ty, is my plan of utilizing some of the more attractive Thunder Cyclist? Are they starting to attract some of those like second-born female nobles, second or lower-born?
Let's see how many you get.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, about 10 of them.
And I'm guessing that they drag more people along with them.
And their excuse my language for you. Excuse my language, YouTube. Sims with or them. Yeah.
Got it. So they're dragging in other noble kids that have a bit more of a rebellious streak in them.
Yeah.
Or those that are interested in being with those noble girls, things like that.
Yep.
Got it. Yeah, they'll be treated well. I'm assuming almost all of them are going for the Thunder Cycle path.
Yeah, like ooh. So these are the Thunder Cycle. I never
adventure. Kind of the whole adventure is the idea behind it.
Oops. Trying to. Well, I do have some fire, some still lost in the fire. So, it's the best time to take care of that.
Yep. So, how is the expansion of the mine downward going? By the way,
it's actually going beautifully.
Got it. So has the refinery reached capacity, and are we actually producing more than what the refinery can handle up there?
Near capacity.
Got it. So we got a little bit of room left. Nice. So we got plenty of iron, coal, and copper coming in. Occasionally a little bit of silver and gold, you said. King making any moves against us based on what we're hearing from our informants? Or in the castle?
That's actually... Yeah, I actually just thought about the king, too. Because obviously his guards report what happened, and now the king's like furious pissed. Like, we hired these people to protect this city.
Yeah.
Like, PT was supposed to protect this town, and he's also a little bit mad because he didn't get a chance to execute them.
Yeah. I'm assuming. Well, what I would like to do, even though he might not be happy with me, is I wouldn't mind trying to approach the king with an offer.
You're actually going to walk into the castle and approach the king.
No, I'll send a nice gift to the king along with a letter requesting an audience with an offer. With an offer that I would like him to consider. Basically, I'm going to butter him up.
A couple of weeks later, receive an offer and to okay, you can come in.
Yep. I'll be wearing my nice setup. Obviously, I'll be leaving weapons and things like that behind. Even though the cane technically is a weapon, but it's just a melee weapon. I'll leave most of it in my steam wagon. Obviously, not wearing my gloves. I'm just looking nice is what I'm going to go with. Wearing my overcoat, a nice clothes underneath it.
All right. As you walk down the hall for the king, you see kind of morbid. You look around and you see chopped off heads of everyone who betrayed him, and everyone who thinks he betrayed him. Everyone who he ran over to get the kingship, and literally at the door, before he actually walks to the main hall, you see his now former wife's head hanging there.
Pleasant is what I'm thinking.
Like I said, this king is freaking evil.
Yeah. So, and again, I'm going to try to appeal to his greed a little bit. I'll enter the room. I don't know if I'll be announced or not. I'm assuming this is
I assume both of you are going with him.
Well, I know. Jim Pan, will you be going with me?
Oh.
Yep. Then, and I think we'll have Golden's character Scrap just kind of wait outside.
Now announcing, Lord William Spark and Lady North Door.
We'll do the standard, respectful bow before the king. And I'm wrong. I am wearing gloves. I'm probably wearing fancy white gloves.
Yeah, I figured that.
Yeah, so basically I'm wearing fairly nice formal attire, though in our new kind of steampunky style. So nice pocket, gold pocket watch, chain to the vest, kind of thing.
Okay. The king's pretty much sitting on his throne with Primus's harem like around. Like ladies of the night, if you will.
Yeah, and I'll speak first. Your Highness, I want to thank you for this most generous of audiences.
I'd like to thank you for this gift, but you know you know that justice is through my knights and through me.
My deepest apologies, sir, but the murder was so horrific that the people of the cities demanded action. The gearmen that have been training at our academy barely were able to keep them from killing every paladin on that ship. We had to do something. So my deepest condolences.
Yeah, we need to talk about your gearmen later. They're starting to let's just say be more of an authority than my knights. So, what's this offer you made to me?
Well, it actually ties into my gearmen. I've heard through rumor and whisper that you're unhappy with the paladins. That you provide them funding for protection, and they, return this most generous of offers by killing innocent people.
You mean
Why not?
innocent? You mean paying taxpayers? But either way, you are right.
And what I was
I
thinking,
I did have hire the paladins just to lose quote unquote innocent people, because then that's innocent people. Because if they kill quote unquote innocent people, that means there's less money in my pocket.
of course, Your Highness. And my offer to you would have been fairly simple, to be honest. I'm not going to say hire the gearmen, but why not sanction us? Make us part of the security, at least in the western part of your kingdom.
Hire them.
No, not hire. Sanction. I'm not asking for gold to be paid for them.
And what advantage do you? And what's this? And what's this advantage to you? Because
It would allow me to show innovation and new methods. I just want to make the world a more advanced place, Your Highness. Break us from the stagnation of old.
roll me a check. Decide which check you want to go for.
Diplomacy, he's being honest in all of this. Any advantage?
No.
23.
Yeah, that's like a tempting offer.
And as I said, Your Highness, you wouldn't need to pay us at all. I'm not asking you to be paid. I'm not even asking for a reduction in taxes. Just allow us to continue operating in these cities but allow us to be officially sanctioned as the security.
What do you think?
I am back. Sorry about that, gentlemen.
Like what do you think? I I seen how they act. I'll keep a, I'll, me and what you call will keep a close eye on them for now.
And I would say if we do well and meet your satisfaction, I would hope at a future time we could negotiate for a discount on taxes in the future if we do well.
You have to do exceptionally well.
We aim to please, Your Highness.
Yeah. Anyway, is that all?
That was the only thing I wish to bring to your attention, Your Highness.
Well, then I guess we both solved our problems, didn't we?
Of course.
Now, if you excuse me, me and my lovely associates have to clean up our blood room, if you will. Clean my royal blood room, if you will.
Of course, Your Highness. Have a great evening. And I'll, give a bow and then leave.
I probably should have given you advantage because I forgot you pretty much own the guard. You pretty much own the guard captain.
I mean, you can always add 5 to that check.
It's still more than enough. I was looking for 15.
Yeah, so yeah, as I said, we'll leave. We'll get back to the city, and then because we're now sanctioned, we can now turn the gearmen up to 11, especially with the new recruits that we're getting.
Wait, we're sanctioned now?
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming we're gonna get an official writ from the king that sanctions us as the security in the western part of the kingdom. Plus, probably down here since we're doing a lot of business. I'm presuming the eastern part is still going to be protected by the king's guards directly,
and the merchants, yeah.
Yeah. So
the king's guards and pretty much the merchant guild.
Got it. So we're now going to start doing much more regular patrols with our guys up here. Setting up watchtowers. So. And let's see. Yeah, so we'll have to subsidize it with some of our profits, but I think that's okay, especially since we're producing more now. Are we starting to cause a bit of a buckle in the world economy a little bit?
Yeah, people are a little bit more questionable about how's this small city to pretty much in the middle of nowhere risen so high in the last few years.
Yeah. Well, year and a half, I think, but.
Well, yeah, year and a half. Sorry.
Yeah. So. Unfortunately, we haven't reached level 7 yet, so I can't do like an expo or anything like that.
I say if we do good 2 sessions from now, that'll be level 7.
Got it. So, I mean, I'm thinking for now, just we're doing textiles. We're doing, we've got like metalworking facilities up and running. So we're producing, like farming tools, things like that. Probably some weapons and armor here and there. Mainly probably from smaller blacksmith shops. So, the real question is, where do we expand next? Obviously, we can't do mercenary work. Oh, I know what we could do. We could utilize, since we're sanctioned now, I'm assuming that means the gearmen can be rented out for guarding convoys and caravans and things like that.
Yeah.
Got it. So that's what we'll do. We'll start renting them out for people that are outside of the territory we protect. The price, it won't be cheap, but they are being sent with guys that have pretty rapid fire weapons. Obviously, we're not going to send them to war, but as additional hands on boats, as well as the steam couriers too. Kind of make a package deal. Somebody wants to go somewhere quick, or transport a good amount of goods. They could hire both gear. They can hire both. A steam courier or steam couriers for their convoys, and then they can hire our gearmen for the protection. And is the hospital expanding too?
Actually, I say okay. So I'll say this. Thanks to Sister Heart's influence, the hospital expanded leaps and bounds.
Got it. And people are starting to read, medical textbooks, things like that. Surgeries being utilized.
Yeah.
Instead, and people aren't relying on magic; they're utilizing various refined herbal remedies. So we're starting proto pharmaceuticals, basically.
Yeah. Magic is still involved because, well, sister.
It speeds up the healing
I would
process.
say sister still is a freaking cleric, but still.
Yeah. So. Yeah. And the town's growing.
Which of course is a little bit concerning, but.
Mm-hmm. Also, I think we probably have the labor pool and the manpower. We can start building a concrete fortress around the mines.
That will require a few checks.
Would it be craft machinery or knowledge engineering?
I say knowledge engineering.
31.
I do start to
We're starting to build basically a half-star fortress around the mines.
Yeah.
Utilizing concrete and probably an alloy of steel that is more corrosion resistant. If we can go full stainless steel, I would, but I don't know if we even have the capability yet.
You're not gonna have the capability for a few levels.
Yeah, but hey, at least something resistant to corrosion is what I'm looking for.
Yeah, that you could pull off.
Yeah, so, and we're gonna start setting up, as I said, a concrete half-star fortress that goes around this mine area.
Like a scrap.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Something happens actually. The food you fed the paladins was so tasty that the other part that is spraying that the delicious fruit of scrap is spreading all around the paladin order, and soon you actually see new actually full sanctioned paladins stopping by to eat.
And they're specifically asking where I am if they want the famous. Oh God.
Okay, they walk to Emso. If you're not there, they're gonna go all the way. If you are there, they're gonna sit down and eat.
Might start talking with Enzo. Basically explain what's going back. Yeah, remember when you had those 80, or I'm sorry,
100.
100, they were about to graduate Paladins, but then they all got basically our day one recruits now. Remember how 80 of them kind of left your bar?
Don't remind me.
Well, knowing drunk people, food will keep them in one area, so I kind of just bought a shitload of food and basically cooking utensils and everything, and basically made an impromptu little food area for the paladins. And apparently, I don't know, I probably made it so good that I heard even full blown paladins are asking for me at your bar.
Yeah, we get that a lot. I'm sorry for all the inconvenience.
No, I'm generally surprised that apparently my food was so good that it's even making full blown paladins come visit just to ask for it. I never thought this would happen. I just like cooking food. So, I don't know, that could be an interesting business venture. I mean, I could definitely help your bar expand, or your tavern expand even more. If you allow me to, I don't know if we can have a building built near your tavern or something that's adjacent to yours.
1 second. Remember, Enzo's place has a full-blown kitchen already.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Well, I mean, I don't know what you say. I come in every 2 days out of the week or something. I mean, we'll work it out. I can come here, work the kitchen, and then I don't know. You can probably charge a little bit more since the paladins are asking for me and my specialty food. I could definitely help your tavern out even more.
Also, at some point, I'm kind of considering maybe we should start slipping something addictive into it. but not right now. For now, keep clean food.
So, I mean, do you mind if I don't know, let's say 2 days out of the week, I come in, work in the kitchen, and basically if Paladins are asking for me, you say I'm here, and then I'll make them some food.
I'm not even going to force you to roll there. She just extends it like I believe I have a business arrangement then, and she extends her hand.
And I'll reach over and shake. I feel like this venture will be very, very profitable for you, my friend.
Uh,
I just like cooking food. You don't even have to pay me. I just love cooking food.
I'm surprised I still have to pay the chefs in there, but sure, why not?
So I'll pick like 2 days out of every week, and basically I'm guessing we're gonna have like a sign or something that says if I'm in or not.
Yeah, like around here, like it's sad, like like scrap is here.
Yes. And basically, yeah, if they ask for me, I'll still help with the regular kitchen duties. But if paladins are like saying, "Oh, is he here?" and I'm here, then I'll cook them a meal. I'll also, then probably on a day off, I'll just meet with you and be like, "Hey, how are those prisoners treating ya? Or the new test subjects, those new paladin test subjects?"
Oh, they're contained. I've got no real things to test right now, other than just general testing of various alchemical things. Want to try to not kill patients.
Understandable. How about what are the two dumb assassins and the other assassin chick? How's that been going for you?
Oh, so far so good. Obviously, I'm gonna send the assassin chick through the non-magical thing again. Just hours upon hours in the chair, trying to break her will completely.
And
Let's see how.
I'll,
Let's see if we break her will, or at least hurt her will.
Yeah.
oh, and I'm guessing you probably heard about apparent. I'm guessing you probably heard rumors or just paladins looking for me, like full blown paladins.
Yeah, they're looking for you because apparently you make good food, which you do. My thought is, at some point, start slipping in something addictive into their food.
Well,
Oof.
2 days out of 2 days out of every week, I'll be at those tavern, and basically I'll be working for her. I'll be working, as kitchen staff, and then if the paladins do come in, I'll cook for them. I'll make sure to make it as good as possible to where they keep spreading the word around.
Of course.
And I mean, whenever you want to put the addictive chemical or addictive stuff in,
I'll come up with something.
yeah, yeah. If you're, I don't know, if you're working or something, and I'm working at the tavern, stop by. I'll cook you a meal. That's what the others know too. I mean, hey, apparently I make good food to where the paladins will request me by name.
Yeah.
All right, with that 11, I'm gonna say this: Jen is starting to break to a point where she slips for an accent that not only that's not her real name, but she went through so many names to disguise this, she totally forgot her real name.
Ooh, I like using this.
Oh boy.
Like,
While she's in this broken state, let's see. I'm gonna say, well, of course you don't remember. Your name is Samantha.
wait, Samantha?
Yes, your name is Samantha. You went by Sam. Don't you remember?
Like, I went through so many names, I forgot my real name. How do you know that?
Don't you remember all those? Well, how old is she roughly? 20s, 30s?
Mid-20s, like 25, 26.
She's about my character's age.
Yeah.
Well, don't you remember? You grew up by the insert the name of the smaller magical academy my character grew up around. Don't you remember me? All those years ago, we hung out. We were friends, not good friends, but we knew each other.
Roll me a bluff check.
Yep.
She's not completely broken, but
14.
sorry, I don't.
Don't worry. I'll kind of walk over, put a reassuring hand on her shoulder. We'll put your mind back together, and then we'll send her off back to the cell.
Like I just remember. I remember I pulled off a bird once upon a time in my disguise kit. That was a hard work.
Yeah. So
Anyway.
the brainwashing is slowly working.
Yeah.
Good. So, and again, we'll keep doing it until we can make sure she's trustworthy.
Do you also want me to cook a meal for your personal prisoner?
Oh yeah, the elf chick. Yeah, we'll bring a good meal down to her.
All right, let's see how good.
As well. Oof. That's a good meal. That's a good meal.
That's like almost legendary.
Yeah.
You're like, here you go, sir. Here is your meal for your that special someone. I'm just gonna give him a wink.
No, this is not for the sister.
Oh no, I know what you mean. I'm just pulling you.
Yep, I'll take the meal and I'll go down to the one that's kind of generally been in isolation. My character's the only one that's ever really talked to her. And then I'll walk in with the food, set it down on the table, and we'll just continue talking. I'll continue filling in the blanks of what happened to her. She was captured by bandits. They did horrible things to her. The gearmen saved her. Just reinforcing the lie. Gaining her trust, gaining her loyalty.
Okay, this is a lot more easier check because the difference between an assassin who has a little more card moves and
somebody that we forgot about for months in isolation. Yeah.
So concentration on her. They have a disadvantage.
Oof.
This good food that Seawolf's bringing her is bringing probably a good impact on her.
You rolled a D10, not a D20.
I know. I know.
Got it. Okay.
She has that hard of a disadvantage at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Got it. So so this is kind of her willpower fate. So basically, my lies are working on her.
Yeah.
So, and what was the name of this elf again?
Margaret. That I remember.
Margaret. So I'll just continue to talk to Margaret, continue filling the blanks, seeing more and more and more. Then I'll also, just when she's eating, I'll just start reading from one of my kind of philosophical pamphlets that I've written. See if she shows any interest. Not reading it to her, just personally reading it. Just sitting in silence, kind of thing.
I'm not actually going to have you roll because she's.
I'd also like to note this is probably this pamphlet's probably written to be a lot more extreme. This is one of the ones that's not for public consumption.
Oh, in that case, you do have to roll.
Yeah. So bluff.
Yeah.
Any advantage?
Nope.
14. So probably not interested.
I'm sorry, I'm not interested in this.
Oh no! I'm not. I didn't. I'm just reading it to myself, and not even speaking it. I'm just reading to this and just reading it through and see if she shows any interest. And if she doesn't, we'll worry about it some other time. So, again, I'm trying to get her to come to my ideology, not try to force it on her.
She nods and thanks you for everything you've done so far.
Yeah. So I'll make sure to have some better furniture brought down for her, so it's more comfortable where she is.
Thanks. Hopefully I can recover my strength so I can go back to helping out the innocent again.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
And anything else? Because the only thing I could think of left is 1 second.
I mean, I could roll to increase output again of various things, especially since we've got more people.
Go ahead.
Yep. So I'm thinking for now I want to increase, since you said we're getting near capacity for the what was it for the initial refining of metal from ore to basic ingots. Is that true, Ty?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so 28 to continue expanding the infrastructure up at the mines, so they can continue to increase the mine output as where they get more people and equipment.
And at this point, you're at officially max capacity. Everybody's
Yep.
like, "Hey, this is nice, but we can't exactly go through any more."
No. I'm talking about building another refinery there.
Another one?
Overall. Yeah, because I know the mine capacity is going to increase over time.
Oh, it's going to take some time, but yeah. It started to start.
Yeah, so breaking ground on that new facility, all that fun stuff.
So, yeah, how's the business with the tavern going? Since now I'm guessing she's charging like a good fee to have specialty food made by me.
Let's just say this: she's now rivaling, if not surpassing, her father's bar sometimes. Provided she's not overtaking her father's bar because, well, her father's a known hero and all that other jazz. But
this place is just known to just because I fed a bunch of drunk paladins.
Oh boy.
Or soon to be graduating, no longer soon to be graduating paladin recruit. So now I have something for my character to do. He now has a side job of just cooking in a tavern.
Cooking in a tavern. Obviously heroes are going to the tavern. Some guardsmen. Some king's guardsmen. And now you have paladins.
God, is the word of my food being that good being spread that far? Jesus Christ.
That's how I interpreted how high you rolled it. To a point where the sergeant takes the food like, ooh. And then,
I even got the sergeant to like it.
And then she told her lieutenant, she told her sergeant, she told her captain.
Oh God.
The only people that isn't going in at the cavern is the freaking not admiral. Forgot the army equipment of an admiral. It's the generals.
Got it. Yeah, they're not there yet, but
yeah, because they obviously have mansions and personal chefs and stuff like that.
Oh, the low enlisted are talking about food at a tavern. Ugh, yucky.
Like that's good that that's good that the paladins are actually find their own food at a tavern, but we got our own.
Oh, wait a minute.
Say again?
You said there's paladins. There are paladins. I totally forgot about it. Are any of them being accosted by civilians after that whole incident?
I'm gonna say this. Because obviously they're walking around with weapons now, they're not going to be attacked by civilians. And once the charge branch gets set up, mostly because of Seawall's of Williams convincing, and some because they made they wanted to make sure this incident never ever happens again.
Yeah, it's one of those things that it's a combination of Sister Heart is well liked. The mission is making the hospital grow, which everyone liked that. And the Paladins, likely the Paladins will just, people will be rude to them more than likely.
Yeah.
The wounds are still raw, but they're not going to, kill them.
That's my next move, is to make a meal so good that the sister even likes it. It's my next goal. Make a very good meal. Everyone deserves a hot meal.
Oh boy. Well, technically, the sister also has her personal chef, but obviously she doesn't use it often for obvious reasons.
Oh, has she been like asking the sergeant to occasionally order more than usual and like just give her some?
I'll say yes.
I don't.
But she's not going to like run over here. She still has her own duties she has to perform.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
boy.
it's gonna make this all the better when Seawall comes up with an addictive solution that I can put in the food. There is so much money to be made here.
And I'll actually say this. That's why I put Lulu back on the field real quick. This is the Lulu and Victor, the couple you killed in session 1, mind you, Seawall. Now, finally give birth to your child at your hospital. Hello?
What was that?
I said the couple you killed in session 1 finally gave birth to their child.
Oh, good for them.
At your hospital.
Oh, good for them. They don't remember us, which is the important thing.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know.
We're evil. What do you expect?
They're evil. They're heroes. They're heroes trying to make a name for themselves. They got attacked by wolves, and they killed them during their night of passion, if you will.
Jesus. And do you think I'll be able to do one more training session with the recruits?
Go ahead.
D plus 10 is a shooting. Okay.
Same thing.
Yeah.
D 20 plus. This is for pole arms.
Same thing.
Yeah, we'll keep sending Seawall reports of like the training and everything. But oh boy, hopefully I'll get them up to scuff. Hopefully, and that's hoping.
It's like the dice. Like, no, you're not going to get an instant army that fast.
I'm not even trying to make it instant army. I'm just trying to have them, be a little bit more accurate.
Yeah. Well, again, when they're training up into proper gunslinger, and it's going to take time because these are NPCs. Yeah. Not only that, but Ty doesn't want us to instantly have an army. The sanctioning the fact that we've been sanctioned means that we are massively increasing. What was it? That we can massively increase recruitment and supplying of them.
Yeah, please get me more recruits.
Yeah. I'm guessing that we've at least doubled it.
Say again?
With the recent events, we've at least doubled the number of militia we have.
Yeah.
So, more weapons for everyone. So, obviously, the factory that's producing the musket, the steam repeating muskets, is going to have to fill a lot more orders a lot more quickly.
A lot more quickly.
Well, we got that workshop up and running, so that's the important bit.
I
mean, maybe it's time to at least invent invent the blade bayonet. Or is that still a little off?
I say you could start doing that next level.
Okay, got it. So yeah, because once we got a blade bayonet, that means the rules of the game has changed. So
Hell yeah.
Literally can have a spear and a gun simultaneously at all times.
Yeah, that's going to be a bitch and a half.
Yeah. Or something they should quickly attach. Most of the time they don't have it attached, but every once in a while they do.
So I'm guessing we'll have the earlier form of the plug bayonet, and then sooner or later we'll start working into making some ring bayonets.
Well, no, I'm gonna jump straight to ring bayonet. Since it's also it'll double as their knife.
Nice.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
I didn't think I would get this much renown with my cooking.
You rolled really well, man.
I didn't think a side adventure just is explain where Ved's been all this time, which turned to basically a full session.
Yeah, exactly. Look, you gave me something to get me more influence and power.
Yes.
That was your first mistake, Ty. That was your first mistake.
It's literally like, okay, I'm looking like, okay, I remember Project Graduation and Senior Cut Day. What if we combine them both and just have the Paladins do that? And Veb is making sure that MSO doesn't get overwhelmed because they're not going to use the Paladins. Oh, let me see how. Oh, okay, good idea. Let me see how we leave the bar. 80. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. That's. Oh, fuck. I just make something now.
If I didn't think of making a full course, like, impromptu kitchen in that little open area of the dock, I'm pretty sure we would have dealt with, containing a bunch of drunken paladins to where some of them would have probably fought with the gearsmen. To the point of we would have had an actual riot.
That was. Yeah, if we didn't come up with that, the gearman and the paladin would have fought, and the town would have been very damaged.
Yeah.
But my food saves the day.
Yep. And I got more influence out of it.
Yeah, you got a lot.
Yeah, exactly. More gearmen. More gearmen.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure the people are more on your side than ever. We have doubled recruitment of militia.
Yep. I'm guessing the school is massively increasing to the point that we're probably having to expand it even more, make more different tracks people can go down.
More trainers or teachers because we don't have the space. We literally have a long waiting list.
Let me guess, Ty, we've increased the point that we now actually have active night shifts at the factory. We're going from 2 shifts a day to 3.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry to turn on my air conditioner real quick because apparently my air conditioner likes to blast anything. Blast anything.
Yeah. So yeah, as I said, we basically have 3. We basically have 3 shifts. So I'm assuming the night shift now,
like morning, noon, night,
half production and half maintenance for the next morning shift.
Yeah.
So yeah. Plus, then you got 2 traditional day shifts. Because again, remember, it's like I'm basically doing an 8-hour shifts.
So like those normal work days.
Exactly, yeah. 3 8-hour shifts. 3 8-hour shifts. There's day shift, afternoon shift, and then night shift. And night shift is the combination of finishing up, finish up, and then maintenance. Yep. So hooray. Also, again, I still have full safety procedures set up. We got proper cages around things. There are rules for how to properly shut a machine down to do maintenance to it, because I don't want people dying. I'm assuming broken fingers have happened here and there, but that's about it.
Yeah, like broken fingers, a few broken legs from training.
Yeah. Basically, it's all stuff that's recoverable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And of course, the hospital has some heroes that, let's just say, survive. Like one like one a day, but not exactly. Ooh, this is gonna be interesting.
Yep. So got it. So basically, I'm assuming also a lot of heroes that were having trouble getting their footing are also showing up too and going down our path instead.
Yeah.
So, yep. Probably pissing off more and more of those that are super pro magic.
This is the when you say the this is interesting. The DM came up with an evil idea.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Nice.
you heard off the coast of a very powerful being starting to emerge again.
Hmm.
Like the paladins and most of the high-ranking heroes are going to run out there to try to stop this evil, twisted things.
Hmm.
And that's why I live. And I'll have you do that if you will.
I mean, I'm half tempted, to start sabotaging the ship so some of them die, so that they'll still win in the end versus this evil, but their numbers will be massively reduced. I'm half tempted to start sabotaging the ships, sending them to Davy Jones' locker.
Do
Just
what you need to do.
you,
I'm just giving you information on the world.
Yep. I would need to know more about
if
this evil before I do that, though.
But that also means you have to send a couple of scouts to pretty much their doom.
I don't want to send people to my doom because I got so few of them still. I guess I'll just wait for survivors to come back from the heroes, since I'm assuming we're one of the better medical facilities out there.
Yep.
this is gonna be interesting. Whatever this great evil is, or whatever.
Yep. I'm kind of in the camp of as long as it's not as long as it's not a threat to us, let the world be distracted by it.
Yes, they'll be distracted by it as we consolidate even more power.
Yep.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, how is the Eastern Towns economy doing, by the way?
Actually, thanks for all the merchants coming back, and the evil of evil that I have to think of, but it's probably more like but I'm probably going to pluck from the devil's plate, literally the demon lord's playbook. Like the town saw its economy skyrocket because they need weapons, they need armor, they need pretty much everything, and
Where is their metal coming from?
let me actually see. It's like off the coast, like
So it's from overseas?
yeah. Because remember this. Because remember,
Okay, so is it from multiple mines, a specific mine?
like remember this mine mysteriously shut down. So I did.
No, that's our mine.
I know.
Yeah.
I know that. They think it's still shut down. Remember?
Where do they think we're getting our metal from? They haven't seen the rail line going to it?
They think, you're just trying to get little metals you can't left. We have like several mines overseas. We'll get metal. Well, I'll strip them of metal before soon enough.
I'm thinking maybe we should send agents to trigger cave-ins at those mines, major ones, using the blasting clay.
Well, that would be interesting. First, you have to actually trick the agent onto a ship.
See, well, I can volunteer myself.
Well, I don't want to split the party. I don't want to split the party. I need miners, former criminals that are very big into very deep into our ideology. And I'm going to base it. And the thing is, I don't think it'd be that hard to get them to sneak the blasting clay overseas. Because the thing is, the pencil detonators, the little brass cylinder detonators, those could be hidden very easily in the blasting clay. Just make it look like send him with stuff that makes it look like he's somebody that does sculpting.
And let me see now.
Yeah.
Former criminals who isn't on their way to Prison Island. That specializes in explosives.
Yeah. When I'm talking about getting some of our miners, some of the guys that are used to work in the underworld, but they're
those. Oh yeah,
that have really bit hard onto our ideology, so they'd be willing to do risky stuff for us.
Oh yeah, you can find those easily.
Yeah, as I said, we'll have them train up, and what we'll do is as part of the equipment they're bringing with them, it'll look like they'll have bricks of clay, because they like to sculpt in their free time. But amongst that will be bricks of blasting clay, since the two look similar. We'll send them overseas, and they'll try to cause major cave-ins, and if possible, disappear after the explosion occurs. Be one of those presumed dead miners.
And
then they'll just return.
I can at least go with them just to help out, just give proper surveillance and stuff. Because I am really good at stuff.
It's different mines at different locations.
It's different. I will say it's different mines at different locations. So
yeah. So as I said, that's what we'll do. We'll send them out and we'll see what we can do.
All right, that will be interesting.
Because the idea is I want to cut off the metal supplies coming from overseas to starve this place out, and then instead increase our production over here.
Meaning that all the heroes and paladins and all that
have to be supplied by us.
Yeah.
Since since we have secured metal production, and probably are producing slightly higher quality, or at least tougher tools and weapons. Not only that, but I'm presuming down here that the food production's up.
Yeah, food production's up.
Wood
production's up.
Yeah. Oh, I nearly forgot. I need to actually build a sawmill down here. I guess I'll work on that right now. Craft machinery. Okay, it's going to be...
All right, gentlemen. I got to get going here. I have some stuff to do.
30.
Yeah, that's pretty much the end of the session anyway. I'll give you the sawmill. Yeah.
Take care, guys.
We build another boiler down here, do a steam-powered sawmill. If I remember right, we're going to do a mill right next door. So they can mill the grain down here too, just to increase the amount of stuff transported. So the sawmill is either increased production or up and running finally. It'd be nice to do a rail line, but I think that's a little bit of a bridge too far.
Yeah.
Distance. But what we could do is just, as I said, we're getting more steam couriers, so they can do the route from here to here easily enough, and then we can have the trains do that. Plus, we also invented that preservative, which only a handful of people know how to make. The preserved flour.
Yep.
Yep, which is going to be very important for those military campaigns. I'm presuming that stuff's selling like hotcakes too.
Currently, yeah. Even the Paladin Academy is buying something every once in a while.
Yeah. So, as I said, we've got to find out how successful the sabotage operations go. But if we can cut off the eastern town's metal supply as well as affect the world's metal supply, we will.
Well, that would be in 2 weeks from now for obvious reasons.
Yeah. Well, we'll chat later, man.
All right. And this is the end of the session.